Hey, this is Breezes Gaming. We're doing some benchmarking tonight. Gigahertz, baby. Watch this power draw. We're 83. It's nothing compared to my 3090s that were pulling 700 watts each. SLI, 1400 watts. It's like a space heater. The amount of heat trying to cool it was unbelievable. A 360 and a 240, and the amount of heat coming out of it was crazy. 1500 watts the whole rig pulled in a benchmark. So I'm a long time overclocker, known as Space Ghost, coast to coast. That's why my avatar is the way it is, Space Ghost. Been known as Space Ghost since Quake. Quake went online back 20 some years ago. Like one of the first computer games I ever played. I got it bootlegged from a guy at a shop. I never played computer games before that. But yeah, we're running good tonight. So it will run faster. 5.8, 5.9 even. I gotta make this last. I don't need that Intel issue that everybody seems to be having. I got a 14900 KS in the works, along with a Asus Apex Z690 motherboard. Waiting for the 5090s to come out to unveil it. It's on the test bench. I got a Mora 420 radiator for it. That's what it's called, right? It's sitting right over here. It's huge. It's like a 3-cylinder. It's bigger than most motorcycle radiators. I think we're going to score pretty good this time. So yeah, I just gotta get some memory for it. I gotta get some decent DDR5, something that'll overclock 8,000 megahertz plus. Got 3 Singularity D5 pumps and reservoirs for it, so I can run dual loops. 2 pumps on the Mora 420, and then I got a pump mounted on the side of the test bench. I need to get some bigger reservoirs for it. Yeah, and the pumps. It's never ending. Playing 4K, you're always chasing frame rates. .32. Usually scores about 34. It's probably down because I was running hardware monitor. Alright. Here, I'll show you guys. Space goes coast to coast. So usually it scores about 34. Run another one. Another. What you guys want to run? Want to run Fire Strike? I like running these. They test the CPU a little bit more. There's one benchmark there that I've never run it yet. Looks new. This thing usually loads up pretty quick. It's got 4 Samsung 980 Pros in it. 3 of them are in RAID 0. Windows is on its own. 2 terabyte. Anybody else testing their system tonight? Man, mine crashed hard. The game, Everspace, I crashed hard the other day. And then I tried uninstalling my drivers with DDU, and I think that just really marked up the system. I couldn't load drivers on. I couldn't use zip files. I tried setting my PC back to defaults. Nothing worked. Ended up having to do a new clean install. So that's why my PC specs there, hardware info, a little short. I just made that up real quick today. If anybody would like to see how that's done, leave a comment in the bottom. I'll maybe make a tutorial on it. It's hardware info, and then you're injecting it into Riva Turner RTSS. And you have to space them around. It's a pain in the butt. You can make some really cool looking stuff. So I got like all the temperatures in green, percentage of usage in yellow, the voltage is in for red. To rename them and stuff. When I had the 3090s in SLI, I was in the Hall of Fame. I was in like top 60, top 40, maybe something like that. I was in the Hall of Fame for the Time Spy, I think it was, and Port Royal, maybe another one. Whichever ones let you run SLI. You couldn't get Firestrike, I think it was, to run it. It should have been, should have, would have, could have, probably just needed the right drivers, an old version, something. Because people used to still have both my 3090s, the one 3090s and the capture rig, air cooled. Now I put the heat sinks back on it. I'm sure there's faster rigs out there. It's just what I'm running right now. I've ran it faster. This rig's gonna become the capture rig when the when I get the new one ready. I get the test bench ready. Maybe I can test some different cards and stuff. I like doing that stuff. 45,000. That's a pretty good score, I think. Ain't it? Well, I don't know. It says average is 48. So again, I'm probably down a couple thousand because I'm running that hardware info. Something else is probably pulling it down. Are we running again? I guess we're running again. Let's not. I don't want to run again. We are running again. All right, I want to run that new benchmark. I never seen that one before. Anyone see this one yet? Steel Nomad. I have not seen this benchmark yet. Will it run Crisis? It's amazing that game's still pulling down some of the best hardware. My computer back in the day, it ran like a turtle on it. It was like what 4K is today. No sound with this. It's kind of Star Warsy, huh? Honestly, I can't wait till the new Star Wars comes out. I'm not excited about the shenanigans from a game developer, UBI Soft. It kind of got me on the last good release they did. I thought I was buying the early release and I didn't get it. You had to have the frickin' Game Pass or something. So I wasn't exactly happy, but I just canceled it after the month. And you're gonna get a score? I don't know. 9,000, 10,890's best. Let's run it again. It's short. I think my 4090 runs pretty good. It's been running 3 gigahertz since I put the water cooling on it. I had a melted cable on it. I caught it just in time. It was a custom cable from Cable Mods. I'll never run their cables again. Never ever. You couldn't give me a cable mod cable now. I should have known better. I should have stuck with the. I got a Corsair 1600 AXI in it, and I had custom cables for it. The Corsair ones. I should have stuck with those. That's what I got on it now. I've had that on it for 6, 8 months since I found the cable mod cable. Just melted, starting to melt. I was having some random screen issues or something, I think. Honestly, I think all those ones that got melted cables that they're replacing the plugs on, I think if you just clean the plug off, clean the pins off, it would work again. 9,577. That's not bad. Maybe we're in the Hall of Fame. So yeah, I was in the Hall of Fame before. This score here. Maybe if I can find it. Oops, there's some old stuff here like 7700K, 8700, 5950X. That's my other rig over there. So we're looking for like a 37,000 or something like that. 36, 4090. Here it is. The score got me into the top 100 back in the day. 42,000 just on the graphics card alone. Look at the CPU score. I mean, it was fair. This pulled like 1,500 watts. Look at this. 5,700 out of the clock. The CPU out of 1,290 KS. 2. So yeah, that score put me in the like top 50. Always wanted to be. That's why I built it. I had one 3090 and then one came around. What else do you guys want to see out of this thing? Um, so it has to be stable. I can't have it crashing, recording games and stuff. Even though I am streaming from one PC to PC, there's still more involved than just playing a video game. So I recorded some more videos. I did another Everspace 2 1 or 5, I believe. And then I did part 7 for the Ghost of Tsushima. Tsushima. I'm going to get that right yet. Chinese, probably. Yeah. I apologize. I say, pronounce it so bad. Tsushima. Is this one thread? Yeah. And the 5950X, it's just like a turtle on this thing. This is slow, but I can't wait to see what the 14900KS does. I hope I got a good one. Everything came from Micro Center, the Apex motherboard, the CPU. I got a direct eye uh, water block for it. Maybe I'll water cool the memory. I've never done that. So we do 1200 on the one single thread, so I know this ain't too bad. It's usually let's run a. You guys want to see an extreme one? Late night shenanigans. Yeah, I hardly even tested it after the reformat and everything. Just went into making some video, got the sound working right, got voice meter installed on it. Put voice meter potato on it since it's going to go over to the capture PC. have anything on it, running on it that's not necessary. I don't have any Spotify, any of that crap. So it should pull even more wattage now. 478, 492. Almost 500 watts. I was thinking about putting the SLI, putting the 3090s back together and have it as a capture rig, but I don't know with the 5090 if it'll keep up to the encoding. Recording, streaming 4K is a lot more difficult than you gotta have some really good hardware. Both of them. You can maybe run the last generation in the capture rig, the generation before whatever you got running in the gaming rig. Trying to get the bit rate right, the record quality right. It's 51 kbs I'm streaming when I stream. It's using everything that YouTube will let me. Now I think I've seen some more, maybe 64. I don't know. I don't want to push my luck. I don't know if YouTube's like Twitch. I've yet to stream to Twitch. I mean, I play in 4K. I mean, I understand I'm still downgrading that 1080p, but it's like looking at a sandbox. So if you didn't know, all these like little boosts used to be games of 3dMark benchmarks. Those butterflies back there. Space station. The airship. These guns. All this stuff was models for the other benchmarks. That sub one right there was a benchmark. A big fire dude there. That there. All that was 3dMark's benchmarks before. This dude shooting a cannon down here and everything. Dude flying. What do you think? How'd we do? This thing soars pretty good at. It needs like something to labor against, you know? It needs some data. Where the CPU doesn't matter so much. It's a Z690. It doesn't get clocked very good for memory. 6400 at the most. I think might be running 64 right now, I believe. Or yeah, I don't think I run it any slower than that. Can't run it. I can run it faster, but I get errors. $15,000. It's average. I want to do a Fire Strike one. Fire Strike Ultra. We'll run through them all, and then we'll do a Port Royal. Maybe see if we can find my Port Royal from the 23090s, and then I'll call this a recording. If you guys want to see me benchmark live, let me know. Leave a comment below. I'll be doing a bunch of benchmarking of the new one. 5090, 14900 KS. Probably shortly after the 5090 will come out. Intel 15th gen will come out. Who's running an Apex, a 790 Apex? Leave a comment below. How's it doing for you? What BIOS are you running? What BIOS should I stay away from? Who's looking for the 5090s to come out? I'm going to be standing in Micro Center's parking lot like 2 a.m. the night before. I waited there at 2 a.m. when it was like 20 degrees, sitting in the car, warming the car up every 20 minutes. You know, stepson took turns. One of us would wait in line, while the other stayed warm. We had chairs, blankets, all that. It was cold. There's a bunch of other people there too. We were nowhere near front of the line. I got a 3090 and I think he got the 3080. Yeah, I had to get voice meter going. I had to get my Steam Deck hooked up to it too, so I can try to control the volume out of the gaming PC. It took me a long time to. It took me a month or so to get the volume for the sound. It sounded good on this. Danny Voss, shout out to that dude. He had a video about video clipping and mic docking where it drops a voice. That's why the game sound goes down when I start talking. That way I'm the loudest voice on here on the cast. You want to be the most dominant voice. Dominant sound of your video. And then we're going to run Port Royal after this. And then we'll call it a night. Call this a recording. If you guys want me to do this live stream, let me know. I will. I love overclocking. At Buck for Gamer, he's got a nice freaking rig, don't he? I follow him. I like his channel. I want to do more game playthroughs, and that's channel I want to do. Game playthroughs, maybe a few tutorials, maybe some overclocking. I got some drones and stuff. I don't know if anybody's interested in that. If anybody's, you know, just now starting to feel a little bit more comfortable talking to the camera. I was always somebody that just, there's a camera, stay away, right? Don't take a picture of me. This has been kind of out of my comfort zone doing this. I really didn't want to do a face cam, but from everything that I've seen on YouTube, your channel will not make it unless you're doing a face cam because the people just got to relate to you. Oh, did I do something? Shit. Did you guys see a score? Did it crash? I hit the F10 button to get the Alright, so 24.99. Yeah, it's average, right? So one more benchmark, Port Royal. I know I was in the Hall of Fame for this one also. The 23090s. Port Royal ran SLI. It'd be cool to have a retro rig, but man, the power out of that thing, right? I mean, that's why I moved to the 4090. Was the amount of power that those 23090s ate up. Even if it wasn't running SLI, the second card used 120 watts just running. So you have one card pulling 600 watts playing the game, the other one would be running 100, 120. And you had the CPU and the motherboard, that's pulling another 150 watts. So I moved to the 4090 for price savings. I love space games. Anybody else love space games? Leave a comment below. I know somebody was asking about Star Citizen. I just before my computer crashed, I played it just a little bit, see how it run. The controls on that, so couldn't even get the door open. But it looks great. Runs pretty good on here too. I got some friends. I used to play Elite Dangerous all the time VR. I got like 3,500 hours in it. Now I quit after the Horizons update, where they jacked the VR all up. But I got some friends that left Elite Dangerous and went to Star Citizen. Kate and from Skunkworks. I don't know if you're a Star Citizen player, you probably know her. Kate and Will. They have a Discord channel, Skunkworks. Star Citizen. Alright, so this is the last benchmark. I'm going to hit the record stop after this. So I pushed my GPU like to 3150 before, so there's more headroom in the GPU. The memory starts getting iffy up above much more than what it is. Can't push the memory too much more. I think I got 1200 on the. I don't know how that equates anymore. 1200 equals 2900. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how that equates. DDR5. I don't know how that figures out. It's got to be an equation in there somewhere. And it's too big for my head. If you know what it is, leave a comment below. Come over to my Discord server, Breezers Gaming. Join up. Help me out. I need a moderator. Need some people to help make it interesting. So 26,000. So anything 4K, this thing's running uh, either average, above average, right at average. What do you guys think of my new like starting soon screen, my intro screen, whatever? Kind of made that up myself. Does it look like it? I used wallpaper for recorded a wallpaper engine background, and I'm looping that in the background. So, but I made the computer screen, my computer monitor myself. Anyways, take care. Till next time. Leave a comment below. Don't mean to